because once it's the weekend starts, no one cares what is going on the production. So you get to enjoy the weekend properly, not like we had in Pakistan mostly. So you get to enjoy the weekend, and then you are really fresh starting from Monday to Fridays.
Welcome everybody back. Welcome from Berlin, Germany. I'm Raul. I'm the co-founder of Find a Job in Germany. And today I have the pleasure to have another success story to share with you, with everyone. If you are a software developer, if you are a QA engineer, data engineer, please feel free to contact us, watch our video training and find out if you can work with us. You can apply for a call with us to see, and we discuss if we can then do a strategy consultation with you where we discuss your profile and roadmap to Germany in detail. Today we will talk with Maki. He used to work in Islamabad. He is from Pakistan as well. And let's jump in and see where he ended up in Germany. Maki, welcome to this video. Welcome also to Berlin. You are not such a long time here. You arrived in April, I think. And now it's beginning of June, so you have some experiences already to share. First of all, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for this call. How are you doing?
I'm good as well. Maki, I think when we have this call, we can focus a bit on your experiences during the process, again, to see what you think was special in our program. Also, your time being here in Berlin so far, about the challenges or whatever you would like to share with us. But before that, I would like to find out actually why have you applied for our program, and what have you done before that in order to try to get to Germany?
I had a couple of friends here in Germany, so I was curious to work abroad and in an international environment. So I started, before this, I started applying to different areas, but then didn't really focus Germany in the beginning. But then the first interaction with you guys, we couldn't move forward, but then I started looking into Germany as well and applied for a few vacancies there, but didn't get any response at that time. But then once we started, and then I got the interviews and everything.
You're right. We had a call, I think late end of last year. And then I told you where you should improve. And then you, after a couple of months, you return and then joined the program. Was
Yes.
it like that? Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
How did you improve your skills then?
I actually focused on the tech stack, which was required, and then started working into some other new technologies and got the hang of it. And then
nice. And Maki, maybe you share also with the audience what's your focus as a software developer, and what's your main tech stack that you work with?
I've been working as a backend developer for a couple of years mostly, and mostly on Node.js, .NET, AWS. And
okay, and now what do you do here in Germany, Berlin, right?
yeah, here in Berlin, I'm the same as a backend JS developer, working on Node.js, GraphQL, AWS, same tech stack, a couple of new technologies, yeah.
Okay, we will talk about Berlin and your new job in a few minutes. Maybe when you compare, and you just said you tried to join our program, I told you where you should improve, then you applied in the meanwhile for jobs in Germany. without big success. And then you joined with us. What was the main difference when you compare your applications and our process?
I would say the first essential thing was CV, which was not up to the metric, German metric. And then the communication skills, the way we reply or interact with the HR is really important, those skills. And if something was a little bit different than the traditional replies, we could always come back to you guys and then ask you guys how would we approach this recruiter, we are facing this issue, like how should we move forward, then you guys would really guide us. So that was helpful.
Can you to give us maybe one example that it's more concrete for the other? What would you say was the biggest takeaway out of the program?
I would say the CV was the main part, because we worked a lot on that one, refactoring that CV up to the standard, and then it was really good that we got responses. At least first I was not getting any response of the first introductory call, but then I started getting introductory calls, but then I had some rejections in introductory calls as well, like some internet issues and things like that. So you guys would always suggest us get these things ready prior to interview and every guideline. So that was helpful.
And still, I just looked it up. You got, after you really started the application process, it only took 34 days for you to then land a job. So even though it felt in the beginning that you were facing some rejections, the process was pretty quick, I have to say, from your end as well. And you were a quick learner and adapt also to new environments. And challenges, of course. When you look at the interview processes that you have done also in the past in Islamabad or in Pakistan, what would you say from your point of view? What is the major difference compared to German companies?
Mostly, I think Germans focus on the skills rather than just the top technical questions that you can find on the internet. They really focus on what you can do in real life. So they don't just evaluate you on the skills like algorithms and things like that. Some companies do, but mostly they assign you the task, a challenge, coding challenge that is somehow related to what they are doing, or at least realistic, and then you have to code the entire challenge and then submit the task, and they review it. They really review it, not just filter it. So they go sometimes line by line and then point out the things in review interview. If you pass the coding challenge, yeah, they see the code is up to the standard and it's working well. There are a couple of test cases for that one. So then they schedule the review process, and in that one, they again point out some issues in the code, potential issues, and they ask you about the logic, how you did it. So it's pretty much realistic what we have here.
Okay, so hands-on experiences and deep understanding of technologies than rather just being on the surface of things, right? Okay.
It's not just theory, it's more practical.
Okay, and that is on the technical part of things. What about like other skills, like soft skills? What would you say stands out there?
In soft skills, they evaluate pretty much it's the same that in every area, like wherever you are applying the soft skills are pretty much the same, but they look for someone who can contribute in a long term. So they evaluate those from your answers. They try to figure out if you are a good match for the company. Yeah.
Exactly.
But mostly the technical part is quite different.
Yeah, and also we see that compared to Pakistan, like the technical part is different, and also the rounds, which are usually up to 5 rounds, are then related more to communicational skills, behavioral skills, etc. Okay, so after 34 days, you made it to Germany. How did the start go? You arrived in Berlin. Now it's quite hot here. It was in April. It was still somehow spring, coldish. How was the start for you?
Yeah, I would say it was really good because I had someone to pick me up from the airport.
From your company, or who picked you up?
Now, a friend of mine was
Okay,
here.
nice.
He just
Mhm.
came like 15 days ago. So he was able to guide me with the transport and everything. And uh, with the weather, it was more similar to Islamabad, but I was from a hot area near Karachi. So it was a little tough in couple of starting days, but now it seems to be good. Yeah.
Okay, and looking at Berlin, what are the things you do here? What is different for you?
I think the weird thing that I have noticed is the day, how long it is. Like it
Do you
is,
mean like the daylight, or
yeah, the
yeah?
daylight. It's still there until 10 p.m. So, which is something different. And then there are a lot of places in Berlin that are really alive on the weekend, and you can always explore those.
Nice. What is your favorite place? Where
Uh,
do you like to hang out?
it was a lake view near Alexanderplatz.
Okay, okay. So
The
right in the
public
heart of the
place,
city. Yeah.
anyone can sit down near that.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
pretty
mean,
quiet.
you will realize regarding the daylight that let's wait until November, December. It will get dark here around 4 o'clock, and daylight, yeah, is happening like after 9 o'clock somehow. So it's really like summer winter issue. There's a big difference between these different seasons.
Yeah, we never experienced such in Pakistan. This was very extreme, but it's really cool because you get to have so much done in sunlight. Yeah.
How about people in Berlin? How about also your workplace? You interact in English mostly, I guess.
Yeah,
Or
mostly in Berlin, it's English. Sometimes, if you're living on the outskirts of Berlin, in some local shops, you might need, but mostly, so far, English is working really great. So
okay,
I
and
don't
at
know
work
what's
and
common.
at work you also like
Yeah,
full English.
yeah, at
Yeah,
work, it's completely English.
even though it's not a very international company, or is it like international team members you have as well?
We have international team members, uh, we have a diverse team, someone from India, someone from Hong Kong, Irish. So
Okay, nice. So English is
English is
everyone the language to connect. Okay, nice. And how long is your day here in Germany, like work day? How many hours do you work on average?
So it's the same 9 to 6.
96.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Monday to Friday, I guess.
Monday to Friday, but
Okay.
we are using a hybrid model, so 2 days office, 3 days work from home. So
Okay.
yeah.
And we know that many clients of ours are very motivated to come to Germany due to the work-life balance as well. Would you say yes, work here is more relaxed, more you see there's a better work-life balance? How's your experience? Can you share a bit of that, please?
Yeah, I've noticed that one too, because once it's the weekend starts, no one cares what's going on the production. So you get to enjoy the weekend properly, not like we had in Pakistan mostly. So you get to enjoy the weekend, and then you are really fresh starting from Monday to Friday. So that
Okay, and what do you do to relax then in Berlin during the
most,
weekend? What
mostly I have a couple of friends, so we somehow sometimes go to each other's places. Like sometimes someone's offering a dinner, and the other time the other guys, or we go near Alexanderplatz or visit the places. There are still a couple of museums left that I have to visit. So
yeah, there's a
maybe
lot to
this week.
discover for
Yeah.
sure. Have you been traveling also in Germany or Europe?
No, not at the moment. But
Okay.
again, transport is cheap in Germany at this moment. So probably target the Germany for now.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay, Maki, let's summarize a little bit and also maybe some suggestions for the audience here. What would you recommend for someone who's interested to Germany to work here? What could you share? And maybe also the next question, would you then recommend our program for that big step?
Yeah, I would say they should really focus on the new technologies, because in here they mostly work on Node and Node.js, AWS, and Java, and all the new technologies. So you should have at least a touch of new technologies if you're planning to come here, and a little bit more. You should always prepare for the challenges that are practical challenges rather than the theory questions. So to keep that in mind. And apart from that, I think this program, if someone is really getting the interviews and they are cracking a couple of steps in the interview, maybe they can do it. But if someone like me who's not getting any responses, who's trying to going through some struggle, who's not aware of the standards and things like that, then yeah, I would really recommend this one, because as you mentioned, I got my first offer in the 34 days. So this was really quick for me. So if someone is has the same circumstances as me, they can surely join this one. And yeah, it's again a struggle for each one. Sometimes it's a month, sometimes it's a 2 months for each candidate. It can vary, but there's assurance that yeah, you can land a job. You are going through a program, you are consistently uh, putting your efforts. So yeah.
Okay, sounds good. And Maki, what are the next steps for you? What do you plan to do here in Germany? What are your plans?
So Berlin is a startup hub in Europe. So probably for now, I'll stay a little bit long term here, get all the documentation done, like get the blue card and stuff like that. Once that's done, and if everything is going great, maybe I'll join the startups and try to grow with them. Maybe, probably, yeah, because you never know when you can be a co-founder somewhere. So
Sounds like a big plan. Very good to hear. And I think there are a bunch and endless opportunities, actually, especially in Berlin when it comes to startups.
yeah.
Great. Okay, Maki, thank you very much for your time today, and wishing you all the best for your future plans in Berlin, in Germany. And yeah, just like a few months back, you were still in Pakistan. Now you're already here, and I hope to meet you also very soon outside. All the best to you, and we keep in touch. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So everybody, after you have watched this video with Maki and you think, yes, you are in the same or similar situation as he used to be before he joined our program, and you are interested to come to Germany, feel free to watch our video training, get to know us more, and schedule a call with us to discuss your situation, and then we see if we can help you. It would be a pleasure to talk to you and see then if you can also join our program. All the best. Bye.